Welcome back to the channel, beautiful people. Here today, the topic of discussion is the mother of creation. All right? The mother of creation, simply put, is intention. Intention is your greatest superpower. And now it's time to remember. Because the way we do one thing eventually will add up and culminate into the way we do everything, right? How we do one thing is how we do everything. This is such a profound and powerful teaching. So much wisdom held into that very short sentence. And what is the very first thing we always do? Breathing, right? Breathing was the first thing we all did when we first got into this body, right? We took our first inhale upon getting out of our mother's womb, right? And then exhalation will be the last thing we all going to be doing when it's time to transition back to where we come from before entering this physical three-dimensional body and having this amazing experience of self-discovery, growth, and playing, right? Life is a game. Like, this is also important to remember. Life is a game, and we are here to co-create the reality of our dream, right? The universe is mental. Everything that we do is originating from the level of our mind. Our mind is non-physical. We can't see the thoughts that we have, right? This is powerful because the first level of creation starts in the mind with our thoughts. Okay, and the things that we are constantly thinking about, eventually we will start speaking about, right? So initially it's thoughts, then it's going to trickle down into the words we choose to speak. As I speak, I create. This is also known as abracadabra. Magician, they spell things, right? They cast spells, right? And when you write down words, what is it called? It's called spelling, right? Because as we use words, we create vibration, right? And we create first through vibration. If you look at the Bible, right? The first line of the Bible is, first there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. First, the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Okay, so vibration is really the fundamental field of frequency, the original frequency of eternal source. Okay, and as we speak, we create. Okay, and eventually the things that we are continuously talking about, we are going to start taking action on these things. This is why here, going back to the concept of intention, is so powerful and so important, because it is totally in your own power to take back your intention, control over your intention. And if sometimes you feel like your mind is going all over the place and it's challenging to you get caught into the storm. Like waves and same thing as a boat on the ocean. There's so many waves, right? And we cannot control which wave are gonna hit our boat. The waves are gonna hit the boat no matter what. But where lies our power is in our intention to put in place and engage with the things that are going to allow us to adapt to the continuous and ever-changing waves of life. Okay? So your intention is extremely powerful. The universe is mental. It originates inside our mind. Okay? What we see outside of ourselves is first created from within. So we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. Okay? So the more we can remember this fundamental truth and realize that what I see outside of me is actually a manifestation and a reflection of what is inside of me, gives us the wisdom and the knowledge that we need in order to direct our attention and our intention inside to start transforming the inside world, aka what inhabits the garden of our mind, and we can start sowing the seeds of that which we want to create and pluck out the weeds of that which no longer serves us, or that which have been planted in our own garden from different various authorities that are not in alignment with that which we desire to create. Okay, this is in our power. So the universe is mental, and the mind will follow the breath, or the breath will follow the mind. Okay, so if you feel that like your mind is going all over the place and you feel stress and you feel like unstable because of like all the emotions and like the different events that are going on in the world, realize that by reconnecting with your breath, you can snap out. Okay, you can create distance between your thoughts, the narrative, the emotion that you feel, right? You create distance. You distance yourself from that, and then you can recenter yourself in the seat of the observer, the awareness, that which you really are, my friend. And I'm here to help you remember that truth, okay? And the breathing process doesn't only have 2 phases, inhale and exhale. It has in fact 3. Retention. Retention is where the magic happens. Because when we press pause on our breath, when we hold our breath, it's the same thing as if we press pause on life. Okay? And it's super powerful to help us get back inside our body, right? Because breath is at the very top of the survival reflex, okay? That the body needs in order to survive and to continue. I mean, if you don't breathe for whatever, like 5 minutes, you won't be able to live, right? Each and every single thing processes within your body depends on oxygen, right? Oxygen and the pumping of fluid from the breath. But with intention, right? With a powerful intention and a conscious intention as to create distance, press pause, take some time to ground ourselves, we hold the power, okay, to optimize the different functions within our body from the cellular level to the manifested 3-dimensional physical reality, because everything is interconnected, as within, so without. Okay? Even the earth breathes, the trees breathe, and everything is about relationship when you stop and think about it, right? The things that we inhale, aka the oxygen, comes from the outside world. It comes from the trees. The trees gave us the oxygen. And then in exchange, when we exhale, carbon dioxide, the trees take that in to transform, like to continue running their own processes, right? To store the carbon back inside the earth. And the other thing with climate change and everything, we keep hearing, oh, climate change, chemtrail pumping chemicals in the sky to try to control the weather and everything, and like we have to go on the electrical bandwagon of like cars and stuff, and like stop using fossil fuel and pumping CO2 in the atmosphere. Well, realize, my friend, that the ultimate way to decrease the level of carbon in the atmosphere is to plant trees. We have to stop cutting down trees. Because not only trees store the carbon inside the earth where it belongs, right? And all the organic life within the soil needs carbon to function. Not only they do that, the trees, but they also give us oxygen. And if we run out of oxygen, we're in big trouble. Much more big trouble than having too much carbon in the air, because we're just looking outside. It's like, oh, there's too much carbon, the ozone layer is starting to decrease and stuff, and like the sun is gonna burn us, we have to do things to protect us from that. But fundamentally, bro, there's a much more bigger problem. We keep cutting down trees. Yes, the carbon is something in the air, but like the day we run out of oxygen, bro, we're gonna be in big trouble, and we're really on a fast track to that reality. So if that's not what you want to experience for yourself, for your kid, for your grandkid, understand that taking back power and control over your intention is where it begins, my friend. Okay? So your intention is the mother of creation. It's the mother of creation, the same way as the bow and arrow. You have to go into tension, right? In tension, you go into tension, and intention is also full of creative potential. Okay? You need creative potential in order to accomplish anything you want in your life. So whether it be tremendous, abundant level of energy, vitality, health, well-being, a pain-free body, mental stability, emotional clarity, right? It's in your power to create that for you. Okay, so if that resonates, hit the like, subscribe, share it to someone that you feel it may help, it may give it guidance and whatnot, because at the end of the day, we're all here together. I'm a human body teacher, right? I'm a human nature teacher. I love to share what I've learned that worked for me as it pertains to the human body, because at the end of the day, we're all in the same vehicle, just living different, unique experience. And the more we can connect and communicate and start building systems of true education about what it means to be human and how to thrive here in this modern day, because it's no more time to survive, right? Our ancestors did that for us. They gave us the life we have right now. It's amazing to have a body. Your life is your greatest gift, my friend. I hope you really start understanding that and feel that resonance within each and every fiber and cells of your being, because that's the truth. Like, our ancestors went through tremendous things to allow us to have the chance to experience this life in this present time. Okay? So what are we going to do about it, my friend? All right? You are the co-creator of your reality. You came here to co-create with Mother Earth. Okay? So if you feel like things are crazy or whatever, like, please just reach out to me. There's going to be a link in the bio. You can message me from there. I also wrote a book where I shared a lot of my teaching and perspective and ideas and philosophy of what I've learned, right? And understanding energy, because it all comes back down to energy. Energy, frequency, and vibration. Own your intention, own your words, own the reality of your creation. All right? Until next time.